participant from the playoff last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Nebraska's offense will have the football first. And when you go to market for a veteran quarterback, you want a guy who can come in, command respect, immediately become the starter, and Jesse, they think they found him.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see how he's going to perform today. I know he was really excited about this opportunity, and David, he chose this situation specifically because he believed it gave him the best chance to compete for a national championship and to have an opportunity to play at the next level. Now he's got to go show it, right? We've seen this guy play before. We've seen him have success. This is a big stage for him today.
No doubt. I think all eyeballs will be on him, right? Even his teammates. They're going to be watching every single move. He was the guy that was talked about to come in, to take over, to lead this team. He's making the money. That's talked about as well. So let's see how he responds, and let's see how he gets his career going in a new spot.
Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground. So talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Guys, let's talk for just a minute about UTEP. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place.
Touchdown, UTEP! Haul that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down.
Turning it on! They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, had a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Quarterback on the keeper. Picks up the first down, still moving. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. You know, Eric Crouch might be the fastest Husker quarterback I've ever seen until now.
And that's a big compliment. But you watch just the burst, take off from the quarterback spot, be a threat. Defenses are so annoyed when you got a quarterback that can take off.
Touchdown, Cornhusker! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UTEP has the ball, the offense, ready to go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
The Miners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the ground with the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Dropping back, it's Parks. They're working that left side. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
And the Miners have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Callow. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Really nice job on the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
He wants to change this route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. A lot of touchdown in the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's got it. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Motion from the back. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Powers through the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
The play action fake. Fires to the middle. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Here's a heat. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. He'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Field goal is good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Power football with the run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Looking for a man. It's Parks. Just a short pass to the tight end. There he goes. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do right.
Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The give to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for him.
Gets the back moving. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Barnes. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
The Miners will have it 1st and 10. Running to the left. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
To the air, it's Parks. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the Miners will try to pick it up on 4th down. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Looking to the big tight end. Picked off to stop the threat. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
From the gun, the ground game. Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
And the Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's Barnett. Gets it out fast. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Betts. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Makes the grab.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
The Cornhuskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Complete to the left. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. Not finding any running room, and I think that loss is going to give back what they gained on the previous play, and now it's 3rd down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 3rd and goal, and a long way from the end zone. To throw, it's Barnett. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Nebraska! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. with the extra point. They're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A 69-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Lost a throw on 1st down. Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Parks. Got it in the middle, it's Pratt. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the 1st down. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Miners will snap it on 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. To the air on 1st down. He's got his man across the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Timeout. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guy. Memorial Stadium.
The Huskers will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quickly to the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Dropping back, it's Parks. That's caught. It's Upshaw. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moves to change impossible. Grab near the marker. It's Ashby. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
And the Miners are on the move. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half and get this run game established.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Niners. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Arizona is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Tucson for some time. They're up 14 over Colorado State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Toss sweep to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Wants to throw. It's Barnett. Here's the pressure. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
And the Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. They marched to the end zone the last time they had it, do it again, and they'll be on top. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Leaves it with the back. Got room to work. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking for room. It's Upshaw. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Down as we open the final stanza. They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Looking downfield, it's Parks. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
This is a no-brainer right now. After that incompletion, trailing by what you are in this area of the field, fourth and short, just kick the field goal. It's what you need to give yourself a chance to win.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Converts on fourth down, still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there.
And that's a first down for the offense.
The Miners are rolling down the field. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Barnes. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Got his man. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
You want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The defense will have to key on the run and try to get this ball back. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Off play action. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Lost one deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
The Cornhuskers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block, and the punt team able to sling him to the ground. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, and pull off the big upset.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Back to pass on 2nd down. Snagged out of the air. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up. Maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get 1st downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down.
I can't believe it. He had a chance to just end the game right there. If the defender makes the catch in the end zone, up a possession, this is ball game. But because he put it on the ground, this offense still has life.
Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Dropping back, it's Parks. Got his man on the right. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down.
Touchdown, UTEP! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield on first down. He wants a big play here late. He's got it along the sideline. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And, David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, to understand, I've got a chance to come in and win this game and not just give us lip service. They told us this could happen throughout the week, but they believed, even when it got a little difficult, got a little up and